Have you been wondering what developmental milestones a toddler should be achieving in the age range of 13 to 24 months and what red flags to be on the lookout for? If so, then this video is for you. If this is our first time meeting, I'm Dr. Belousov. I equip parents with knowledge so they can care for their children with confidence. As your child enters toddlerhood, you will see a greater sense of independence emerging. Exploring the boundaries established by your rules and your toddler's own developmental and physical limits will occupy a lot of your toddler's time for the next several years. If your child hasn't started walking before his first birthday, he should within the next 6 months. The toddler will start off walking with the legs spread wide apart, toes usually pointing outward, and the upper body swaying from side to side. Initially, the toddler will be tripping over the smallest changes in the walking surface and incline. The arms will only be used for balance. But then after about 2 to 3 months, the toddler will start being able to bend down and stand back up without toppling over, push or pull an object around, carry a toy across the room, or even throw a ball while walking. It will take about 6 months from the time your toddler starts taking the first independent steps for her to walk more smoothly and with her feet close together. After mastering the skill of walking, the other motor developmental milestones that toddlers achieve during this age range include kicking a ball, climbing up and down furniture unassisted, carrying large toys or several toys around while walking, standing on tiptoes, and walking up and down the stairs while holding on to support. Given all the motor skills your 1-year-old is mastering, it's easy to overlook the development of the fine motor skills in her ability to use her hands, both alone and in coordination with her eyes. These developments will give her more control as she examines and manipulates various objects. Milestones in finger and hand skills that a toddler will develop during this age range include turning over containers to pour out their contents, scribbling spontaneously, and stacking several blocks. By the second birthday, your toddler may demonstrate a clear tendency toward right or left-handedness. However, many children don't show their preference for several years. If you're finding this information helpful, hit the thumbs up button. And if you're new to my community, hit the subscribe button and ring the bell so you get notified when the newest video is released. Early in the second year, your toddler will suddenly seem to understand everything that is being said. You will announce that it's time to go somewhere, and she will go and wait by the door. Or you will ask him to point to his mouth, ear, and nose, and he will do it. Your toddler will understand and follow simple instructions. A toddler's speech development really starts to take off during this age range. By 15 months, most toddlers are saying 3 to 5 words. By 18 months, between 6 and 20 words. They will typically be saying single words and not putting them together in sentences. But by 24 months, we expect a toddler's vocabulary to expand to at least 50 words, and they start putting them together into 2-word sentences. However, there are differences among children in their speech development. Even among those with normal hearing and intelligence, some toddlers don't talk much during this age range. Boys generally develop language skills more slowly than girls. Whenever your child begins to speak, his first few words probably will include the names of familiar people, his favorite possessions, and parts of the body. You may be the only person who understands these early words since he'll omit or change certain sounds. Or he may substitute sounds he can pronounce for more difficult ones. As your toddler is learning to speak, give her as much time to finish what she wants to say without hurrying, and then answer with the correct pronunciation of the word. For example, if she mispronounces the word ball, you can respond by saying, "That's right, it's a ball." During this age, toddlers tend to repeat words overheard in conversation, so be mindful of what words are being spoken around the toddler. As you watch your toddler play, have you noticed how hard she concentrates on everything she does? Each activity or game is a learning experience, and she is gathering all sorts of information about the way things work. However, she's only interested in solving those problems that are appropriate for her development and learning level. Sometimes a toddler's objections with activities occur because they are not age appropriate. If they are too easy, the toddler quickly becomes bored. And if they are too complex for her development, she may voice her objections because she's overwhelmed. It might be difficult for you to judge what she can and cannot do at this age, but it's not hard for a toddler to decide. When running into resistance from your toddler with activities, try to provide 2 to 3 options and let her select the ones that are challenging but not completely beyond her abilities. Imitation is a big part of the learning process at this age. Instead of simply manipulating household objects as he did during his first year, he will pretend to drive his toy car or speak into the phone. Since imitation is such a huge part of a toddler's behavior and learning now more than ever, it's so important to be aware of the behaviors that you are modeling for your child. During this age range, your toddler will develop a very specific image of her social world, friends, and acquaintances. With where the child's perspective is developmentally, she perceives herself to be at the center and is most concerned about where things are in relationship to her. She knows that other people exist, but has no idea how they think or what they feel. As far as she's concerned, everyone thinks as she does. This perspective, of course, often makes it difficult for the toddler to play with other children in a truly social way. At this age, toddlers tend to play alongside other toddlers instead of engaging in cooperative play, and competing for toys is very common. It is also age-appropriate behavior for the toddler to push boundaries and show defiant behavior, particularly with adults that she feels comfortable with. So what are some red flags that you should be on the lookout for? If your toddler does not know the function of common household objects like a brush, fork, or a spoon by 15 months, if your toddler cannot walk independently by 18 months, if your toddler only walks on his tiptoes, if your toddler is not saying any words by 15 months, if your toddler only says a few words by 2 years and is not putting together two-word sentences, if your toddler does not imitate actions or repeat words you are saying by the end of this age range, if your toddler does not imitate actions or repeat words you are saying by the end of this age range, if your toddler is not following simple instructions by age 2, let your doctor know if any of these are present so that your child can be checked for possible delays in development. In the comment section below, let me know what is something new that you learned from this content. I'm looking forward to seeing you in my next video.